this omelet, this simple omelet, I cannot stop making. I'm an egg guy. That is to say, I love eggs, all kinds, especially at breakfast time. You know, there's only 70 calories in one of these little kids. 70 calories. So 3 of them, just kind of a nice sized little omelet, 210 calories. And then you throw in some vegetables and maybe a little bit of cheese. Where are you at? What are you, 300 calories for breakfast? If you push it to like, 11 o'clock in the morning, then you don't need to eat again until dinner time and you're fine. You got lots of room left in the tank to bulk up on those calories for dinner. That's what you got. And the reason I make it this way is because, frankly, it looks like more. I feel like I'm getting more breakfast out of it. I could scramble these, it'd be a little pile. But when I make this the big way, that I'm gonna show you now, that's like I'm eating a 100-egg omelet for breakfast.
Which we did.
Oh, we did that. We made a 200-egg omelet to celebrate our 2 millionth subscriber. Is that right?
Wait, it was not for the 2 millionth subscriber, was it? Wasn't that?
What was
Oh
it?
no, it wasn't. No, it was just for fun.
Just to do.
We just did it for fun.
Just for shits and gigs.
Yeah, yeah. So we did a 200-egg omelet for no reason, actually, which is maybe the best reason. Chance and I cracked those eggs, 100 each. 7-8 minutes of just constant cracking. Go check it out. Max will put a little thing to it. Only 3 today. Sorry to disappoint. Let's get going because this thing is freaking great. Start with a little red onion. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't nature amazing that it can make this? I mean, I love it. So we're just going with some very thin little slivers here, folks. Beautiful. Okay, this done. Next, we want some chives. Don't use them very often, but I like them. So here's what I do. I clean up the ends and then small little pieces like these. Now the eggs. 3 eggs. Crack, open, get rid of the shell. Now I have no room. Crack, open, get rid of the shell. Crack, open, get rid of the shell. By the way, anybody notice? No shell in there. A splooch of salt and pepper, and we mix. Somebody, I lied. There was a little piece of shell. I probably could have just passed that off, but I cannot tell a lie. Me and George Washington, damn it. Well, guess what? Time to make a big omelet. All right, we start with some butter and a nonstick pan. We get it melting. The first thing in will be the onions. Now, I know you saw pepperoni if you watched from the beginning, and that's coming, but the pepperoni cooks very quickly. The onions don't, so let's give the onions a chance. We just break up our little onion pieces if they need it. We're not cooking at flamethrower heat level here, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about eggs. This is when you want the gentle side of your personality to come out. You'd be a little more rough with your meat-like proteins, but this guy, no. Okay, they're looking good. They're softening nicely. I don't want them too soft. At this point, before the pepperoni and the eggs go in, I'm doing just a nice pinch of red pepper flakes, just for a little heat. No, the pepperoni does not have heat. The pepperoni has nice, greasy, porky fattiness. Can you smell the red pepper in here?
Oh yeah.
Now we're ready for pepperoni. But I'm gonna separate them. And you know, they shrink, they start to separate, but I just like a big shit ton of pepperoni in here. So as best you can, just give these guys a little pull apart. So that was probably a couple ounces of pepperoni. You want enough in here, I mean, come on. And so the reality is that, you know, I make my big omelet at home in a smaller pan with a couple eggs. 3 eggs, this much pep. Yeah, you can absolutely share the hell out of this guy. They're gonna start to cup, like this kid. Right here, like this kid. That's what pepperonis do. I love it when they do that. They turn into gorgeous little fatty cups of deliciousness. Now I'm starting to sound like fucking Separate your cups, buddy. But look how good that looks. Fucking hell. At this point, with the cups happening, the fat releasing, the smell shooting its way up to my nostrils, now we add the eggs. One last beat, and in they go. And then you give it one of these. You give it the business so you get like an even coverage of the egg in this. That's fantastic. Stand by for a little handful of mozzarella. Mozzarella. So as amazing as that looks, a little bit of this. Look it. Good nonstick pan is what you want here because Well, think about it. This is gonna have to come out. And when there's not that much liquid left, you can see it's away from the sides. It's mostly just kind of in this area. I'm gonna take this guy. It's going under the broiler about 4 inches away for maybe 30 seconds, and I come back. And, oh, snap. Hey, handsome. Hey. Oh God, what if I can't get him out? What if I can't?
Don't tip it over.
I have to. Watch, you go like this.
I thought you were gonna flip it upside down.
No.
Oh.
Look at him. You sweet boy, you. You tell me that looks more than 3 scrambled eggs would look like. At least in my mentalness, it does. All right, let's make this a little Pac-Man. You know what that means? Of course you know what that means. That means you make that perfect little... I'm losing the knife, I'm going with a fork. Because a fork, that's how you eat this. It's beautiful, honestly. Now look, pepperoni doesn't have to be your thing.
Sorry.
Hold on, just wait for Max to clear his throat.
Go ahead.
Just quit smoking weed during the shoot, man. If you don't want pepperoni, make it something else. Make it brisket. Make it mushrooms if you don't want meat. Make it a breakfast sausage. Make it, I don't care, anything you want. Just make it. And that looks like a lot. And that looks delicious. I'm not kidding, it's one of the best things ever. I've been making what I call this flat omelet, one version or another for 3 or 4 years. I'm telling you, when I went inside to put it under the broiler, it was that far away. It was 20 seconds. 20 seconds, just enough to melt the cheese a little and set the eggs. Because you can see there was still a little bit of wobbly runny egg on top. 20 seconds. Don't leave it in for a long time. Don't put it in and then walk away. I'm just gonna stand here now and eat the fuck out of this thing. I'll share it with the boys, because that's what we do. Thanks everybody. Go to shopstcg.com for our nonsense. And we have nonsense. Oh yes, we do.